And live from 800A in Berlin, it's the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show. This week's special guests include Carmen, Chraim, and Ingrid Wenzel. This edition of the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show is brought to you in conjunction with the Berlin Performing Arts Festival, whose motto is, next year in person. But seriously, as much as we have to socially distance, there's nothing like the arts to bring us all back together, and nothing like tonight's host to do it for us. So sit back in your favorite chair, relax, grab some popcorn, and get ready for the host with the most, the attackage of the package, Mr. Richard P. Dick Van Johnson!
Are you?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh. Wow, it feels good to be back. It's me. It's me, people. It's Richard P. Dick Van Johnson. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, incredible crowd. I mean, I'm just kidding around. There's nobody here. Welcome to Berlin 2021. That's right. There isn't a soul here in the room. Well, there are a couple of people in here, actually. Our next guests, they don't have souls, so they don't count. I am Richard P. Dick Van Johnson, the founder of the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show. As you know, I've been broadcasting live from my bunker many times last year through the pandemic, through the lockdown. Then in summer, things opened up and we found our new home here at the absolutely gorgeous, stunning 800A Bar and Cabaret in Wedding. Well, it's the pinnacle of my career. I've been accepted into the Berlin Performing Arts Festival. It's a very big deal. I'm really honored to be a part of this. And unfortunately, we couldn't have an audience live here this year. So not quite the screaming crowds that I was expecting. But I think if you scream loud enough, or if somebody in Wedding gets stabbed, which is 50-50 chance, the show goes for about an hour, so that could happen, we will have screaming. So, yeah, there we go. Right on cue, right on cue. So feel free, to make yourself at home, because you are at home. A few housekeeping rules. Since you're in your house, you make the rules. So do what you want. Write in. We've got a comments section, so you can let me know who you are, where you're watching from, say hello, and I love to hear from you. So please do send some comments in so I know who's out there in listener land. I think we got probably, I can't see the counter. I'm a little short-sighted, but I'm guessing like 100,000 viewers or so. Like I said, the Berlin Performing Arts Festival is quite a big deal. So this is a real step up for me in my career, and I'm really happy to be here. So, 2020, wow. I haven't seen you guys for a long time. It's been about 7 months since I did the show. Did you write that novel? Did you, have a spiritual awakening? Meditate every day? Learn how to make sourdough? Cultivate your plants? Finish your degree? Make up with your ex? No? Okay. Well, I got fit. Yeah, I actually did really good during lockdown. You didn't hear from me, but that doesn't mean I wasn't achieving nothing just because I wasn't on your computer screen talking about my very small bunker that I live in. No, I was getting fit. And yeah, it's going pretty well. I can show you my guns if you want. Yeah, there you go. How's that? I mean, the muscle, you might have to zoom in to see it, to be honest. It will definitely look a little bigger. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, a bit more even zoomed in than that. Yep. Okay. I didn't get much of a tan, as you could see. Actually, luckily, we have an illustrator on the show today. Her name's Ingrid. I might actually get a hand from you now, Ingrid. Do you think you could help me with the contouring on my arm muscle? Absolutely. Here. I mean, she's a professional. I think we maybe need a little bit more there, probably. Yeah. It's not what I had in. Yes. Thank you. They look like boobs. But that's cool. I love boobs. So thank you so much, Ingrid. We will see more from her later. Wow, that's just wonderful. What else happened in 2020? Not so much in my bunker, but we got a new thing called Gorillas. Yeah, they don't sponsor the show, but if you work for them, please write me, because I am expecting, or not expecting, that's not what I meant to say. I'm begging for sponsorship. I would accept sponsorship. Gorillas, it's this new thing they deliver in under 10 minutes or something. And they have this ad near Zahn and Ali S-Bahn that says, like, the biggest thing of, it's implied, let's say, the biggest thing of 2021 is gorillas. I was hoping for the end of the coronavirus, but I guess I'll take what I can get. I don't know. I think the hubris there is a little bit much. Also, the real punch in the face is gorillas don't deliver to Zahn and Ali. So I got to spend 10 minutes going to the Späti and getting my own stuff. So I haven't tried them because they don't deliver to me, even though they like to have this ad in my face about how great they are. But actually, I think they do deliver to vetting. They deliver to 800A, is that right? Yeah, should we order something? I don't know, just to try it out, see if it's good. Yeah? I mean, the risk is that it might interrupt one of the performers, but I don't mind. Is that okay? I mean, the levels of professionalism in the show have dropped a little. I haven't done it for 7 months, so please bear with me. Probably will interrupt Carmen's set. Carmen, what do you want anything from Gorillas or? Banana. She's a comedian. Can you believe that? Like gorillas and monkeys eat bananas, I guess. They probably don't. It's probably like, you shouldn't give milk to cats. Oh, I have to put my credit. Hey, don't zoom in on the credit card, buddy. I got to put my credit card details in there. Sorry, bear with me. 77389 2. It's actually really hard to say different words. Okay. And then my wife's birthday. Wouldn't be forgetting that, would I? And wow, €3 for a banana seems a little expensive. But, this is a big deal show, so. Too slow, buddy. I just placed the order. No Coke Zero for you. Also, I don't think they're delivering drugs just yet. That's like phase 2 with startups, after they make their first million or so. So what else happened in 2020? Lots of people got canceled. J.K. Rowling got canceled. Ellen DeGeneres got canceled. But I am calling for a big cancellation. I think actually it has been overlooked. And for 2021, I predict the biggest cancellation will be God. Like, seriously, what has he done for us lately? This guy is a huge schmuck. I've had enough. I don't want to hear it no more. And quite frankly, I suspect that in his book there is some homophobic stuff. And that's not okay by Richard P. Dick Van Johnson. I don't know. Let me just look this up because I didn't read that book for a long time. But yeah, I think there's some dodgy stuff in there. Here we go. Leviticus 20:13. If a man practices homosexuality, having sex with another man as with a woman, both men have committed a detestable act. They must both be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. I don't know. You could read between the lines there, but sounds a little homophobic to me. So I know what you're going to say. I love the book. I don't care about the author. But look, he still gets a lot of royalties. So just putting it out there, think twice before you buy your next Bible. Because that guy, he's going out of fashion fast. Oh, yeah, speaking of fashions, I'm up to date. I got the Moderna. Yeah, I heard it's a little bit more high-end than AstraZeneca, a little bit lower down than Pfizer. They offered me that No More Tears shampoo, but I'm not that poor, okay? So no thank you. Anyway, nowadays I'm feeling really positive about Microsoft products. I hope Bill Gates is okay. You probably heard he's going through a divorce at the moment. Ladies, he's single. That's right. And there has never been a better time to mingle. I think everybody's pretty ready and itching to get out there, out of the house. Now, like I said, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a one-man show these days. I had to fire my team of writers because Corona, it's been difficult. I've been under a lot of financial pressure, and I had to let those guys go. Luckily, I replaced them with a robot, and the results, I have to say, are comparable. So normally in my intro, for the long-time viewers, you'll know it's like, he's so macho, he makes the Terminator look like a vibrator, and he's so male, he travels only by post. And, he's got so many muscles, he has to sell them to a seafood restaurant, and all this kind of thing. Yeah, it's pretty good for a human. But the way robots work is you give them some examples to teach them how to, what's funny. And so I gave the robot these examples, and the robot provided me with some free of charge extra introductions. So you be the judge. Let me know in the comments if you think I should hire some more writers, or you reckon the robot's okay. So his muscles are so gigantic, they have their own zip code. This was not a sentient being that wrote this. I find that quite reasonable for a first attempt of a robot. All right, how about this? He's so masculine, he orders his steak well done and wants the waiter to spit on it. Also not bad. Not bad. This next one's going to get you. He's so big and strong and muscular, thank you, that when Jesus saw him, he said, "Marry me." He's so masculine that he gets a sunburn from standing next to a woman. Yeah. Keep working on that, robot. And last of all, and possibly best of all, he's so well endowed that his package comes with a complimentary raincoat. Wonderful stuff. Thank you, science. I guess that's who's responsible for what you just heard. Fantastic. All right, so for those of you out there in listener land that are watching and enjoying the show, please share. Share on your Facebook or your, TikTok or whatever. I don't really know how these things work. Please share. You can donate if you like. We'll have donation links popping up. And we are going to launch into our first guest. That's right. A very fantastic comedian, all the way from Lebanon, but based here in Berlin for around 10 years or so. A very experienced comedian. Absolutely loves Hamas. Says in her bio it's her favorite food. Please put your hands together for Carmen Chraim.
Professional comedy, you bring your own tools with you. Hello. I can't believe I'm in wedding. I blame it on the pandemic. I really can't believe it. It's insane. I mean, I live at Qutb Satur, but whatever. It's worse here. I'm Carmen. How are you? I'm so happy to be in front of a camera again after 12 hours of work. Woo! Who's with me? Yeah. I identify as a 32 years old, strong, independent, aggressive, Arabic single woman. Thank you. Yeah, you should be clapping behind your laptops, yes. In other words, I'm every Arabic parent's worst nightmare coming true. And the reason why white men in Europe usually change their gender. So I'm that. I trigger them. They keep telling me like, ooh, you're so intimidating. You're so, you're aggressive and intimidating. You're so intimidating, girl. I'm like, maybe I'm not intimidating. Maybe you should just grow some balls, right? Like those men in Europe. So disappointing. I came here to Germany very, very long time ago. And I came here almost 11 years ago. And oh, wow, what's that? My bananas are here. Very good. Amazing. Where's my gorilla? I want my gorilla. I was hoping for the man. I mean, what am I going to do? 1 banana. Amazing. 3 euros for this. 3 euros for this. The price of this one can make one family in Lebanon survive. So, hey, Mom, look at me. I'm doing really well here. Eating bananas on a stage. Right, so good. My parents still live in Beirut. And there's tons of like chaos happening over there. So I was freaking out because of Corona. I called my parents and I was like, oh my God, you guys, Corona, the virus, Corona. And my dad was like, what? What are you talking about? The virus? Are you speaking about our government? We already have a virus here, so no need. I came to Germany when I was 22, so 11 years ago, and some people ask me, no one asks me, but for the sake of the story, a lot of people ask me, why Germany? And I think it's because I grew up in a family where love emotions were not shared at all. So the German culture was like the closest thing I had to home. Yeah, whenever I meet a man and I raise my hands to hug him and he doesn't hug me back, I'm like, oh my God, Dad, I missed you so much. It feels so good to see you. Yeah, I came here 11 years ago. I'm like the first Arab ever to steal a job from a German. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they're gonna put me in a museum soon. And it's not super hard to steal a job from a German. Like, people are impressed. It's not so hard. Apparently, all you need to do to steal a job from a German is just be nice to customers. That's it. That's all it fucking takes. I went to the interview and I smiled a lot. And they were like, whoa, we've never seen this before. Come on in, Jesus. What's next? I'm like, pay me first and I will take off my clothes. I have a super high-pitched voice. I don't know if you've noticed. Very high-pitched. Like Toby can't. Like Toby is deaf already. Yeah. Super high-pitched. My voice is so high-pitched to the point that whenever I have an orgasm, once a year, am I right, ladies? Whenever I do have an orgasm, my dog's neighbor starts barking. My neighbor's dog, yeah. Or my dog's neighbor, it depends on the night, yeah. That's how my boyfriend knows that I'm having an orgasm. He just keeps listening to the dog. I'm joking, I don't have a boyfriend, I'm not an idiot. And yeah, my neighbor has a lot of sex, like a lot. And I know this because every couple of days, he has at least 3 different pairs of shoes like piled up in front of his door. Every couple of days he changes them. So I started like putting the shoes next to my door so that people in the building think that I also have a wide life, you know. Apparently right now I'm having sex every Sunday night with Nike Air, a size 44, color beige. it's really fast, but it gets dirty super quickly. You have to put tissues all over the place all the time. It's a lot of work. I have such a high-pitched voice. No one takes me seriously because of my voice. Nobody, like seriously, nobody takes me seriously. I can go to the streets and yell all over the place, "Hey, I want to kill myself." And people would be like, "You go, girl, just do it." Yeah. Sad. It's sad or it's funny. I don't know. I don't care. Anyways, I also got the German citizenship 3 years ago, and now I'm a German Arabic woman. Yeah. I'm a German Arabic woman. I'm like the best candidate ever for a job at ISIS. You know, like they would totally get me. They're not hiring at the moment. Yeah, it's going down. What else? My job is that I work with software developers. Yeah. You know what's worse than software developers? German software developers. Yeah. I've been working with German software developers for almost 4 years now. So right now I'm going to therapy. And my therapist is like, "Carmen, you have a problem. You don't show your emotions a lot. Like you have to work on expressing your emotions." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, it's so easy. You just have to code it. If Carmen is under the sun and or on the beach, and Carmen has an Aperol Spritz in her hand, and Carmen has another beer in her other hand, then Carmen is happy. Boom. Easy, babes. Okay? If Carmen has diarrhea and poops very regularly during the day, then Carmen has her period or is in love. Like, it's so easy. You don't need to think so much. Anyways, pandemic, am I right? Nobody has talked about that topic yet, so I'm gonna talk about it. Pandemic, like literally a year ago, remember, a year ago, the government, I swear to God, the government of Germany went on TV, the government, you guys, the government, they went on TV and they were like, "Hey, yo, everybody, yo, everybody." And we were like, "What's up, gov?" And that's how I speak to Ngaramoko. And the government's like, "Yo, everybody, listen to us. We want you all to stay home, all alone at home with all of your childhood memories and all of your trauma and all of your, psychological problems that you're not aware of yet, but you will discover them later. All alone at home with tons of tuna cans and toilet paper, all alone for like 10, 16, 17 days, centuries, years. We're not sure yet. Otherwise, if you don't do this, your grandparents are gonna die." That's what they told us, correct? This is what they told us in March last year. That's what they told us on the information. Like, how many minutes did it take you before you started thinking, "Do I really like my grandparents? Like, I don't know, Just give me the lasagna recipe and wrap it up, Grandma. I want to go to party." But for 8 months, did everybody think that like the lockdown felt like we were having an abusive relationship with the German government? Like seriously, like think about it. 1 week they would be like, "Hey, you've been a really, really, really bad girl. You're only allowed to see 2 people from 1.5 household and they have to have a roof that is red. Yo, next week, you've been a really good girl. Now you're allowed to see 5 people from 2 different households and they can eat bananas and you can, sometimes have sex with them." Week afterwards, they'll be like, "Yo, super, super bad girl. You stay home. You're only allowed to see the inside of your vagina. Cover your eyes, cover your mouth. Walk behind me 1.5 meters. And I'm like, "Whoa, calm down, Saudi Arabia. Jesus. I came here for freedom." Yeah, what else? I got one shot, the AstraZeneca. They gave it to me. Yeah, they give it to Arabs and single people. They leave the Pfizer for the good people, And right now, after 8 months of lockdown, after my first shot, and as a 33-year-old woman, the first thing that I will do is wait for my first heart attack, right? That's it. This is what we're supposed to do. They're like, if Corona didn't kill you, maybe this one will. Can't speak English anymore. What else? I'm a super hairy woman. Anybody else? Hairy people in the room? Very hairy, like all over the place. It's all over, like all over, like especially here. I don't know if you can see it. I have pants on. Yeah, it's like so hairy. Can you see it? Yeah, it's so hairy, ridiculously hairy. And I go and I wax it all. I go to my waxing lady, Clara, once a month. I love her. It's like the closest thing I've had to a relationship. She's amazing. She doesn't ask any questions. And I wax it all. And when I tell this to people, I don't know why I tell this to people, but sometimes I do. Feminists, especially feminists, they're like, boo, you shave all of your hair? Boo-hoo, no way. You wax it all? And I'm like, yeah, like once you start suffering, why stop in the middle? Go all the way. And they judge me so much. They're like, oh, no, but who's gonna like it down there? It's all gone. It's all gone. You look like a baby. Who likes that? And like potential pedophiles, probably. Is this your answer you're fishing for? Potential pedophiles want to fuck. At least my vagina is saving kids from getting harassment. What is yours doing for society, Sabrina? Just saying. Every day I'm doing something for the community, right? I'm single. I don't know if... Single. Nobody sees that except Nike Air. But I'm single. How single you're asking, Carmen, yourself? You're like, how single are you? Like from 0 to 10. I'm so single to the point that I gave a name to my bike seat. Yeah, I've called it Prince Williams because it always covered my ass. And when I feel super lonely, super lonely, I go and I sit on my bike seat and I finger myself at the same time. Yeah, I know, crazy shit, I'm like, what the fuck, 2 boyfriends? What am I, a slut? It's like, that's my very good energy here. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna leave you. Whenever I get homesick, I order an Uber in Berlin. Whenever I want to meet Arabs, I order an Uber. And the other day I was taking an Uber and the Uber man was like, where are you from? And I'm like, I come from Lebanon. Where are you from, Ahmad? He's like, whoa, how did you know that my name is Ahmad? I'm like, it's written on the fucking app, you moron. So let's move on. Where are you from, Ahmad? He's like, Lebanon too. I'm like, so ashamed. Anyways, and then he asks me, he's like, oh, okay, are you here with your family? I'm like, no, I'm not here with my family. They're still in Lebanon. They have stuff to do, like, fighting against the government and shit. And he's like, oh, no family here. Okay, so you're married. You're married. I'm like, no, I'm not married. He's like, whoa, 32 and not married? What's wrong with you? Like, how did you know I'm 32? He's like, your eyes, it's not good. What are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? And then he says, okay, so no family, no husband. Oh, I know. I'm like, are you driving? He's like, yeah, but I know what's wrong, You're with one of those German, or European boyfriend, aren't you, for the visa? Me too. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm like, no, I'm not, Ahmed. I'm not with any European boyfriend. No. He's like, okay, so what do you do here? No family, no husband, no boyfriend. What do you do? I'm like, I work. He's like, oh, okay. Strong, independent, working woman. Yeah, LGBTQA. I'm like, no, you're mixing up causes. It's not the same. He's like, yeah, whatever gets me the visa. What do they want me to chant for? I'm like, Palestine, apparently. And then he says, okay, so no boyfriend, no husband, only working. You're all alone here, alone. You wake up, you're alone. You drink your coffee, you're alone. You have your second coffee, you're alone. You go to sleep, you're alone, all alone. You walk, you're alone. You go to the right, you're alone. I'm like, yeah, alone. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. This is so good. I'm not having a panic attack. He's like, alone. Aren't you scared? Are you scared? I'm like, I wasn't, but now I am. Thank you so much. This is such a good ride. And then he asks me, okay, so what are you doing with your life? What is this? All alone, all day, all alone, all day, here. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm alone, but like I fuck my bike from time to time, so that's good. And then he goes on and on. Alone. Oh, you have to change your life. What are you doing with your life? Then I started wondering, oh my God, why is my Lebanese mom interrogating me through Uber drivers in Berlin these days? Like, go back home, Mom. Jesus. Thanks a lot, everybody. I have no clue how this went, but thank you. Oh, I have food. And a banana.
All right, give it up for Carmen Chraim. Just to be clear, I did not interrupt the show twice to
Not
get
at all.
a food delivery.
I felt super comfortable being on stage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Once it was my fault, but the second time not. Did anybody order something? This is from Volt. Okay. It's not very professional.
I love
We'll
Volt.
have to talk about this later. Okay. Smells like
Shit.
mushroom burger.
Should I sit down now? Yeah.
Yeah, please make yourself comfortable. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Amazing.
Try not to chew too loudly during the show, while you're doing your job. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. How's the banana?
Amazing. Best banana I've ever had.
Fantastic.
It has to be good. It's €3.
And it
so-
really was 10 minutes. So there you go. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
And how are your grandparents? Are they still alive?
I don't have grandparents. So I
Oh.
didn't really give a shit when they announced, It's like, okay, life goes on to me,
Yeah, okay, perfect. Great.
Yeah.
So live for the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, great. So you've cut all your ties. You're alone.
I'm alone.
Living your best life here in Berlin.
Exactly, with my bike.
Doing comedy in 4 different languages. You must be pretty smart.
It depends. Yeah, some days I am pretty smart, yeah.
So how'd you get started in comedy here in Berlin?
I didn't have friends. So, yeah, just like a really good excuse to go out and discover some stuff. And then I went to the first open mic in Berlin. Open mic or show, I'm not sure actually anymore. And I started following the things that were happening, the few things that were happening back in the days.
And did it work? Do you have friends now?
Not in the comedy scene, no.
No, okay, because they're all assholes. I mean, I shouldn't say that on the show, but they're so self-absorbed. They won't even be watching. So
Yeah,
say
exactly.
what you want.
Yeah, whatever, Anya, go away.
The entire audience of comedians.
Who's there?
okay.
Who's there?
All the comedians.
James Kuhn,
Hey,
never heard
shout
of
out
him.
to James Kuhn, one of our long-term fans.
Amazing. Ben McLean.
Ben McLean,
McLean.
shout out to. He's actually quite a big deal. He was on some nighttime. I mean, he was on the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson show, for starters.
So first of all, yeah, 5 stars, babe.
He was also on Letterman. Yeah, I think it's a big American program.
Ben was on, okay.
He was on Letterman.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Shout out to Near. Shame that you're not. Shame that you're so far away. I'm sure he's heard that one before. And Rosie, if you're out there as well, thanks for tuning in from the UK. So yeah,
From Australia.
Patrick from Australia.
Love Patrick.
Fantastic! What a great bunch we've got here.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they're all here to hear about your esteemed career.
Yes.
So tell me, you went from the beginning of the comedy scene here about 8 years ago. And then fast forward to now. What happened in between? You grew the scene single-handedly, more or less?
I'm just going to talk about what I did because, that's what I do, self-centered person. I started doing a lot of comedy, like shows and open mics, whatever is available. And then I got more into production. So I produced a couple of monthly shows that were running really well. And I think this gave maybe more momentum to the comedy scene. People were discovering still this early ages of discovering the comedy scene in Berlin. Yeah.
Yeah, because for those of you that don't know, but you should because it's so famous, Berlin is actually famous for its comedy scene.
Yeah.
Because there are so many shows and so many opportunities to practice and develop, and really a very diverse group of people here doing a lot of interesting stuff. But I guess that, you have your highs and lows over a period like that, right?
Only highs.
They're only highs.
No,
So
I'm
it's
joking,
all
yeah.
just like,
Success.
Todd and Judah Freelander. You're
Exactly.
just rubbing shoulders with the giants, basically.
Yeah, just with the giants.
How did you get to know these guys? You're a regular on Judah Freelander's show, for example.
Woohoo! Shout out for Judah. He came to Berlin a year ago, I think, or a couple of years ago, and I opened for him. And then once he started doing English comedy shows on Zoom, he wanted to reach out more to the European audience. So he started doing shows that were like 10 p.m. happening in Berlin, 9 p.m.
So he's using you for your
Yeah,
connections
exactly.
and your fame, and basically
If you want to
taking advantage of your brand.
yeah, my brand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my
but
fans. Yeah.
No, but you're pretty well known. You've done shows basically all around Europe, in maybe like 20 different countries or something. You must have some crazy stories, some highlights. Where's the big bucks? Tell me, where should I go for my next tour when the world opens up?
Definitely not the Czech Republic. I'm joking.
Okay, noted. I don't want, just to be clear, I don't want to go anywhere poorer than Berlin.
Okay, so I would say like more to the southwest of Germany. If you want to perform, they have like some money and they can pay or Switzerland. Hello.
You've done shows in Switzerland?
I've done shows in Switzerland. And shout out to Ahmed Bilge, who was organizing the shows.
Did you find a sugar daddy there or anything?
No, they're so stiff.
Really?
I try my best, but no chance.
Oh,
yeah.
that's too bad. Because I hear they tip in 100 euro notes there.
Yeah. That's like one cappuccino. Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. So try and work it on a budget while you're down there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess you've got these big highs, but then you never had any lows, no
at the
no bad
beginning.
gigs.
Especially at the
I knew it.
beginning, I've had like really terrible, like laughable, embarrassing gigs.
Well, that's good because it's a comedy show.
Oh yeah, okay,
So
yeah.
when they're laughing, that's you know.
No, but I was laughing. They were not laughing. I was just laughing, crying at the same time.
I see.
Yeah.
My wife does that sometimes.
Laughing and crying.
Yeah, after sex, I don't know how to take that.
Women, am I right? They're so can't. Second sign, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hormones.
And what do you do when you're not doing comedy?
What do I do when I don't do comedy? So I work with software developers.
I wasn't listening to your set.
Okay. And I started a couple of months ago a master's degree.
Congratulations. What are you studying?
I'm studying international relations and diplomacy.
Oh, wow. You're going to bring peace to the Middle East.
I don't think that would be my first mission. I just want to pump it up at the UN a little bit. I think they need a bit of action.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be
Maybe you
United
could
Nations.
practice by like bringing peace to the streets of Kottbusser.
Or to the streets of Kochi, yeah. We don't need peace. We're very peaceful there.
Yeah?
Seriously. It's a really bad stereotype that Kochi is not good. Kochi is the most peaceful place on earth.
Only once a month do I see an exploded car.
Yeah.
And only 3 times have I been robbed.
Come
so,
on, we need a bit of action
you know,
sometimes.
could be worse. Could be worse.
Yeah.
And you're also you're from Lebanon originally, and you're also doing some advocacy work and activist work there. It's not all fun and games, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm like serious, right? So
Really?
yeah, like sometimes, yeah. So so last year in Lebanon there was a huge explosion, and after that I was trying to see how I can help out my country from far away.
There was a huge explosion.
Oh yeah, there was a really big
I
explosion.
didn't hear about how big.
Like super
this big or?
No, like a nuclear explosion.
I mean,
like,
this looks like something else, doesn't it?
yeah, like bigger than your muscles for sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like 15 boobs all over the place.
Okay. Wow. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
More,
of,
15,000
lot of
boobs all over the place.
Can you just wait while I just imagine how that would look?
And it was pink, actually, so yeah, it fits.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Do go on.
And so, yeah, I got engaged with I got involved with an NGO, Engage. Why? He's expecting.
No,
I'm engaged.
I'm taken. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm still open. I mean, you know. And
You were saying something about being serious?
I'm serious. So
yeah.
I got involved with an NGO. You guys donate to the NGO. They're called 8 Pioneers, and they're very pioneers.
They're very pioneers.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like a bunch of really cool babes that
okay,
trying
cool.
to help from here.
Okay, and they send support to Lebanon in the forms of stuff and money and
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. You're obviously a very well-rounded human being.
Busy.
Busy, tired looking.
Oh.
It's been a pleasure to have
Put
you.
fucking makeup on. Jesus Christ. I look hard? I look like my mom. I seriously look like my mother. It's insane.
I'll
yeah.
get them to edit it out. It's no problem.
Okay.
Or it's live? Okay. I was hoping you could take out some of the bad taste jokes before it goes too late. Okay. That's too bad. You know, you get what you pay for. How much do they pay for this show, by the way?
Bananas.
Yeah, it's actually cost us a lot in bananas and Walt.
Okay. I'm going to have to go over the budget after the show, but yeah, that's disappointing. Okay. So thank you so much for being on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure. All the best.
Dankeschön.
I'm sure we'll see you around once shows started up again.
Totally.
Carmen Chraim will be out there.
I will be out there yelling at you. All right, goodbye.
Absolutely. Goodbye. Thank you. Fantastic. Well, don't go anywhere. I mean, you can go somewhere because your bit's finished. You at home, don't go anywhere because we have another incredible guest on the show. Another very comedic performer, but also working with visual storytelling and illustration. But first, we have two very important segments. And then even before that, we were going to take a break because when it's a live show, we usually take a break. But then I thought you're at home, so you don't really need a break. You can actually watch the show while you're on the toilet. And like, I encourage that. But the thing is, I need to go to the toilet, so I didn't think about that. So can you just like, just stay there. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. I'm fast. Just 1 minute.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, great. All right, thanks for holding there. Yeah, I just forgot to wash my hands. I heard that's pretty important nowadays. Speaking of importance, guess what's a big deal now? Cryptocurrencies. Yeah, that's right. I hear it's a really great way to get rich. I'm quite in debt now. I looked over the budget while I was in the bathroom. That I should not have ordered that banana. But I'm hoping this will help. So it's pretty complicated. I think that's why they're called cryptocurrencies. It's very cryptic. I did try Googling it, but basically I got a really big announcement for you guys this evening. Yeah, that's right. You can forget about Doge coin or whatever else they're doing because I, Richard P. Dick Van Johnson, are putting the fun back in non-fungible tokens. That's right, NFTs. And, you know, if you don't know what NFTs are, I also don't know, so don't ask me. But I'm launching my very first NFT. So, you know, Carol Baskin, eat your heart out. I would like to launch here for the first time ever on the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson show, Buttcoin. Yeah, that's right. Looks great. I think we're going to put these on the market for around 10 euros per coin, I think. Let me just check that. How much did Sheeple sell his thing for again? 69 million euros. Okay. Going to rethink the price point for that. But if you're interested, again, drop something in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. Buttcoin, I think it's got a good ring to it. Hoping it's going to take off. Maybe we'll have a bigger stage next time and some extra cameras around the place. let's see. Wish me luck. Now, our next segment is our most popular segment by far. Apologies to the talent, by the way. I don't know why, but it really is the most popular segment. It's called Bunker News.
Are you ready for the bunker news?
Oh my God. I don't know if you're ready for the bunker news. Now, it has been pretty exciting in the past. You know, I discovered that you could grow new mint plants from cuttings. I got a new leaf, and even now I have several new flowers at home. But it gets more exciting than this, folks. You won't believe this. A lot has been going on in my bunker lately. Now, I was sitting by the window and I looked up because I noticed some activity on the balcony. This is a long story, so bear with me. A bird flew onto the balcony and it was carrying a whole peanut in its mouth. Now, if you don't believe me, I have evidence. I took a photo. We can bring it up on screen, but it was like a peanut in its shell, basically as big as its head. And I thought that was very strange behavior for a bird. Anyhow, it flew off. I went outside. I actually started trying to dig out the dead winter plants so I could plant some new flowers for my wife for spring. And you know what I found there? A peanut. That's right. This bird buried a peanut in my balcony planter box. But the plot thickens. I didn't yet plant anything, and somehow some plants with red stems started growing up out of the earth. And I thought, how cool, some rhubarb. So I Googled it. I was like, I have no idea how rhubarb is starting to grow here on my balcony. And I found on the internet that it turns out this bird with the peanut, it just goes around the place planting seeds on other people's balconies. And you get surprise rhubarb. So I was about to eat the rhubarb, and then, very excited, I thought, no, hang on. I didn't like the look of that bird. So then I Googled plants that look like rhubarb. And guess what I found? Poison. Poison with risk of death. Yeah, that motherfucker bird was trying to assassinate me. I can't believe it. Anyhow, the plant grew a little bigger and it turned from red to green. I called in an expert, and the expert told me something that shocked me. Yeah, that's right, a twist. So it turns out this plant was not rhubarb. It was not a poison plant. It was actually a plant called lovage, known as native celery. And the reason why it's called lovage is because it's used for love potions. Yeah, I got all this evidence here because I knew you wouldn't believe me. Now, you see this website? I don't know if you can see the logo there. That's from the Health Embassy. Sounds legit, right? So there's some love potion things on there. So basically, I got this plant. The bird put it there. I don't know what the bird's intentions are, and I don't know if it's poison or love potion. So, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show, I have brought that plant here. Thank you. So, should I do it? Yeah?
Eat it.
Okay, who would win? Richard P. Dick Van Johnson or a bird? I knew social pressure would get to me in the end. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, it's good. It was tasty. Okay, so we're going to wait to see if that kicks in. Maybe dial the first two numbers of the emergency services and just, like, save it for the last one if I collapse. However, we have another fantastic guest for you. I know that was a really exciting bunker news, and you're probably forgot that there's this whole show with other artists. But I'm really excited about our next guest. It's her first time on the show. She is from here in Germany, Deutschland. She has a very unusual skill set. She's very multi-talented. Please put your hands together for Ingrid Wenzel.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much, Richard. Hi there. Hi, everyone who's watching. Thanks so much for having me on tonight. I hope you don't die, Richard. Everyone is eating. Like, you're eating green stuff. Carmen is eating bananas. And what are you doing? Okay, there was a guy on stage. You didn't see that. I'm going to continue. Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Ingrid. That's right. I'm a stand-up comedian and illustrator. And Richard asked me to show some original drawings for you because a German female stand-up comedian is not exotic enough for this show. So let's get started. I'm super happy to be here today on a real stage without a mask. I love the German word for mask, the bureaucratic term, you know, Mund-Nase-Bedeckung. One word. It's so poetic. You know, in English, it's a mouth-nose cover. And I'm not wearing pants today. I'm wearing a vagina-asshole cover. All right, you guys. I thought about, I don't know where you are watching from. If you're watching from Berlin or Germany, then you probably had a shit summer so far, I assume. So I wanted to bring you some summer vibes, and I have some original drawings for you for summer. Do you want to see them? All right, let's do this. So, we've been really having a shit summer here in Berlin, and I want to give you some summer vibes by showing you my very favorite sunburns. And we'll start with this one. It's called Fell Asleep with Chest, with Book on Chest. This one is called Workaholic at the Beach. The next one is a very un-German. It's called No Socks in Sandals. And then this one is just for the Berliners and Germans. This one is called Berlin Summer 2021. I'm so sorry, but I also have Berlin Summer 2020. And I have Berlin Summer 2050. All right, I have one last sunburn for you, and it's taken from my own experience. This happened to me last year. This is my last sunburn for you. The title is called Getting Sun Lotion Applied on Back by a Stranger. And if you were wondering, oh my God, these watercolor paintings were so beautiful. This isn't watercolor. This is like laminated scraps of skin. Okay. So I don't know. Oops! I rammed the micro into my face because I haven't held the micro in forever. Anyway, I'm wondering. I heard a lot of comedians have been watching, so they probably can't relate to the next bit. But I figured a lot of people who have been watching here might have worked all day and maybe were in the office or maybe at the home office. And so I have this thing. I live with my boyfriend in a very small apartment, and he is in video conferences the entire day. And I found 4 pieces of advice for you how to crash your partner's video conference in an elegant way. And I have a video for that. Here's our apartment. You can see the bathroom door in the background where I want to go. And the first way how to achieve this is by using the interior design. Just really make use of that decoration. And then the second piece of advice I have for you, how to walk by your partner's conference, is fucking learn how to skate. You always wanted it. Just do it now. And the third piece of advice, oh, I'm still skating, I see it. The third piece of advice is decrumble and dematerialize and become one with metaphysics and retrieve back with the crumbs in the couch and evaporate. And the last piece of advice, how not to do it, is this way. Don't do that. I tried it. It's not looking good. All right. I have one last thing for you. I have been in a lot of video conferences like this, and I feel like since everything is digital right now, I wanted to show you another analog experience. So I prepared an analog Zoom conference for you. Are you ready? Great. So, you know, like I heard that it's super narcissistic or egoistic if you're looking at yourself during Zoom conferences, you know, like as if like I'm looking into the camera, but it feels to you like I'm looking at you guys. But now I'm just looking at myself. Ooh. I don't look at myself during Zoom conferences. I draw myself. And I'll show you. So this is me during a Zoom conference. And I also, like, you can book me for this. I can come to your company's video chat and I can draw your coworkers. And if you want to, I can also draw the coworkers that you hate. Yeah, you know, the person who's always too loud, who always has the mic off, who always talks way too long. And so recently, my colleagues have noticed that I'm drawing them. So I stopped painting like faces and like real human things. I ventured more into abstract paintings, like kind of like Russian suprematism style. And it's because I think my co-workers' cameras are off. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I have one last painting for you because I had a 3-hour Zoom call with my boss, and it's really, really productive to have a 3-hour Zoom call with someone if you want to work on a bigger piece of art. This is my boss. I'm not entirely done with this painting because I got fired. Anyway, that was my time. Thank you so much. And Richard is back.
All right. Thank you so much, Ingrid Wenzel. Wow. I think actually, whoa, she drew Carmen's banana. Did you do this while you were meant to be concentrating on my show?
No, I feel like I really hit the nail on the head with Carmen in the corner.
Yeah. Carmen, does any of your colleagues look like a banana?
Could be potentially, yeah.
Could be. She's not naming names because she doesn't want to get into any kind of trouble. The trouble's not what we do on this show. It's a family show, by which I mean my family could watch it, but they never do. Hi, Mom. I hope she's watching. But the time zones are a little funny, you know. So happy to have you here on the show, Ingrid. Really interesting collection of talents you have. Comedy, drawing, design, DJing. Maybe some things we don't know about, business skills, technical skills, fashion. You know, you could be a model. Where did you get all these skills?
So I feel very humbled when you like line them up like it's a big CV of mine. but my the honest answer is just don't stop, especially with comedy. Just never give up, and it eventually won't happen, but at least you'll have the fun of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really good advice. So don't stop, but how do you get started in the first place for wannabes out there?
Well, with drawing, I just say you draw as a kid and you enjoy it, and until some asshole comes to you and tells you your drawing is shit, and then you stop maybe. So I'm telling you, just don't stop. Just keep on doing this. And same with comedy. If someone says you're shit too often, maybe stop, but not
or maybe change, maybe work around, experiment, but yeah, don't stop. I think that's really good advice. I'm a little distracted by the boobs that you drew on my arm. I was hoping you could finish them off though, because I like nipples.
I'd love to.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, that's great. That's great.
With little, what are they called?
What
Tassels?
is coming off the nip? Oh, I thought it was milk.
Your shirt is so tight. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like I said, I've been doing a lot of push-ups throughout the. Yeah, there we go. Hey, is it one of those ones that you can like? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Next time we'll do a hula girl. But yeah, the boobs are wow. I'm sorry, this is just me and my arm now. Okay, yeah, we're doing a show. Whoops, I got distracted. Sorry about that. So you started out doing a lot of comedy in Hamburg, right? Like Carmen, there maybe wasn't that much going on there a few years ago?
There was nothing. It was a wasteland. I mean, it was like Germany in a nutshell. And so I had my first stand-up performance. I traveled to Berlin to perform here. And then I went back and waited for a month. And came back here. So, and then I was like, okay, we need to start our own shows, and that's what we did. And as you know, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I do know that. Absolutely true. But, it's rewarding in its own way. And I'm sure the next generation will be grateful to you, to get things started in Hamburg. And that's not all you do, right? You're obviously illustrating as well. How do you make ends meet? Comedians aren't known for being rich. But I know you have a lot of talents. So how do you get the big bucks in comedy?
I don't know. I think we might have to ask Carmen because I, as you can see, I did not do stand up today, and I don't remember the last time I did stand up.
But you weren't kidding when you said you do corporate shows, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of corporates, and I feel like people look. I don't know. It's like you split the people. Like half is looking down on you for needing to do corporates, and the other half is like, oh my god, how do you get a corporate with my kind of shitty jokes?
Yeah, and then how do the corporates react? Because they're your customers. Like, how do they view you?
Yeah, well, I see it as a very concise performance. It's just that the statistics are odd and there are only software developers in the audience.
I'm noticing a theme tonight. Okay, but it's taken you all around. You've performed in every state in Germany. It's taken you to Mallorca, glamorous places. Like, what was that like? I feel so far away from Mallorca right now.
So I always say with a little sense of pride that I performed in every federal state in Germany, but it's mostly just pain, but especially in the Midlands. But I was on Mallorca for yet another corporate gig because I was, with my stand-up, I was supposed to advertise epilators.
Epilators, okay. So are they like, they take you from one floor up to the other? Is that, sorry?
No, wait, let me show it to you.
Okay.
Like, this is what they take off.
Okay, some kind of medical device.
Yeah,
for
totally.
Boobs.
It's like what Carmen needed earlier when she showed her hairy body.
Epilators. Okay. Sorry if I'm not following so well. So you got paid to go to Mallorca, a tropical island, and sell epilators to software developers. How?
Okay, so gladly, I'm not a salesperson. I was just showing the product to mostly male engineers who were interested in the technology. So that was
how did that go?
That was we all had fun, and some guys wanted to try it out, like live on stage. Like it was fun. Like I
Okay.
showed them like examples of how we're like I didn't show them hair, but like a grass, and had like a lawnmower that looked like the epilator. Like I drew cartoons of it.
You tried to make it relatable. You're like, oh, you know what manly thing you might be into? Mowing the lawn. That's just like your wife's legs
No, I
if they were covered in grass.
I also had some domestic stuff. I also showed a cactus and how that could be epilated, because
Also very macho.
you can epilate, like that was one of the features. Like you can epilate like around angles.
Wow. She's good. You should hire her. Wow. Okay. So then all these weird corporate gigs, if you don't mind me saying they're weird, they lead to other stuff. You're next thing we know, you're DJing at a wedding or like presenting on cruise ships.
Oh yeah, you're digging really deep in my CV. So I told Richard this right before the show that I back like in my old days, in my dirty days where I really needed the money, I worked on cruise ships and I was also DJing. But this is really a long time ago. But it's fun thinking back.
Yeah. Okay. But more recently, you've done a few TV shows, right? Like Comedy Central Germany. I don't know how they even have a whole channel for comedy in Germany. But apparently,
It's
that's the thing.
like I was actually really honored to be on it, and I was really happy. But it is kind of like when you tell people, "Oh, I was on Comedy Central," they're like, "Oh
They
my
think,
god!"
"Oh, yeah,
and then you go Germany, and just like. But it's great. It was a roast battle where two people roast each others with jokes.
Okay.
And it was great.
Yeah. So you would like make fun of them or something.
Yeah, so there are certain strategies of how to do it. So some people just make fun of other people's looks. I find that boring. Like
That'd be nothing to say about me.
I know they're nothing, especially the tattoos are astonishing. But no, like I always like to go to a person's soul and vices and deadly sins.
Okay.
Like flaws.
So you're kind of like a comedic dominatrix.
Yeah, with feelings. I like that.
Okay. And I've never done a roast before, but I think it's something I might like to try.
Yeah, it really depends on if you want to be the roaster or the roastee, because that's different.
Well, it depends. Sometimes I like to be roasted. Sometimes I like to be the depends. Sometimes we like to switch halfway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's actually a good show format. It's like, no, it's enough. All right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think you only live once. I never done it before. Would you be prepared to go in a roast battle with me right now?
Right now, of course. It's not a month of work. Of course, right now.
Right now. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm ready. All right. I got to do. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Who won? I mean, Ingrid was pretty good. I was also pretty good. Would you call it a drawer? Okay, we'll be auctioning that off later. For those of you that just tuned in, the show's finished. For those of you that have been watching for the last hour or so, thanks for tuning in. This is the Berlin Performing Arts Festival version of the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson show. Yeah, that's right. We're classy now. We're in an arts festival instead of a bunker. Well, a little from column A, a little from column B. If you love the show, you can donate. I believe we'll have a link popping up. It's something like streamlabs.com/Duckie Larange. Who's that? Yeah, Duckie Larange is my boss. She's the producer of the show. You can check her out on Instagram, on Facebook. She's got a website, duckielarange.com. That's right, she does a lot of different stuff. But this show's not about her, it's about me, Richard P. Dick Van Johnson. And if you want to sling me a couple of bucks, please do. We might auction off this artwork. Then I got the butt coin thing. I'm diversifying. I think we're going to be good at, soon. I'm going to make it soon. That's what my wife... Anyway, and that's what I'm telling her. So thank you so much for being here. I actually just really wanted to keep it a tight show. Yeah, just really tight, like... I don't know. I can't think of anything tight. So just to keep it a tight show, I feel a little funny, actually. I feel really weird. And maybe it was the roast battle. It was so exciting. My heart's beating really fast. And whoa. Yeah, I feel weird. Okay. You know what I'm feeling? I feel nervous. But it's the end of the show. I'm in love. I'm in love with you. You know what? I don't need glasses. I don't need a love potion. I'm in love with you. That's right. I'm in love with this venue. I'm in love with our wonderful technique. I'm in love with our fantastic guests. I'm in love with Andrew from 800A. I'm in love with you, viewers. I really love you, and I hope we can be together in real life at a show sometime real soon. Thank you. Good night. That was the Richard P. Dick Van Johnson Show. Mwah. Mwah.